Chapter 1, New Los Angeles. Oh, this music. Just hanging out. All right. Yeah, yeah. Jump. Well, lads, we're in chapter 1. Let's get going. Rena is Lavenza and Lila from Zesteria. That's where I recognize her from. Who voices Gwen? Oh my goodness, it's a giant robot! What are these things called? Skells? That's not dangerous at all. Monado hair clips. That's literally all I remember about that character, is the Monado hair clips.
Damn it!
Is that Mumcar with a haircut?
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Dude, Doug's voice sounds so familiar to me. No one in chat tell me. I'm going to try my best. I need to hear him talk some more, but he sounds so familiar. Lynn doesn't really sound that familiar to me. Maybe I know a voice actress. I don't know. But I heard Doug's voice, and everything else left my brain. I was like, Doug, who else are you? Yeah, what happened with the exhaust?
Yeah. Well, that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
Alright, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Poor Doug, man. Poor Doug. I know his voice from somewhere. This is gonna kill me, dude. This is gonna kill me. Lynn doesn't sound familiar, really? I wasn't really paying attention to what Lynn's voice was. I'm so focused on Doug right now. Oh, do you get 4 characters in this game instead of 3? Looked like we were able to have 4 there. Doug, can I hear your voice some more?
Crap.
How am I supposed to handle this by myself? Don't mind me. Go on ahead to the Blade Barracks. There's a transport pilot just down this way. Ask him and it'll take you to the administrative district. Dang, I need more dialogue from him, dang it. His voice sounds so familiar. Well, hopefully we'll run into him more and I can hear more, but let's, I'll try and focus on Lynn's voice now, because I was just not paying attention to what her voice sounded like. We're off! Away!
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
Makes sense.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing.
Oh, dude, that's Morgana.
Park and the cathedral.
That's Morgana and, Sothis,
Quiet
isn't it?
time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book. That's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill.
I can absolutely hear Morgana in her voice. Am I right, chat?
Not least our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
I couldn't hear it in Lynn's voice at first, but there was just one moment there where Lynn, like, the tone of her voice, I was just like, it's that dang cat. It's that dang cat. And more so than the cat, I was like, oh, it's the goddess chick from Three Houses, which is Sothis, I believe. I need to hear more Doug, though. I swear I should know who Doug's voice is. Gwen was voiced by Michael... I can't pronounce that last name. Centurn Eklas? I probably butchered that. Who else does he do? Is there anyone else I know that that guy voices?
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Let's get going. Administrative District discovered. Man, we're already halfway done with Chapter 1. We're killing it. There are only like 12 chapters in this game. Easy peasy. What's up, Stella?
Sir,
Inquire.
here's what I know.
We officers are aware that not all of new LA's citizens are on board with Director General Chauson's policies. But the more we allow our ideals to enslave us, the grimmer our situation will become. Hopefully some breakthrough opportunity will present itself eventually, and you've got the look of someone who just might be able to accomplish that. Yeah, I'm worth like 14 people, so, you know. If you're ever ready to be that opportunity, let me know and I'll assign you something important. Oh, he does Oscar in Berseria. I played Berseria recently. That's why his voice sounded familiar to me. I thought that Oscar in Berseria was played by Sam Riegel, too. That he just sounds a lot like Sam Riegel to me. You mean to tell me that Oscar from Berseria is not voiced by Sam Riegel? Really? That dude, he sounds a lot like Sam Riegel. Am I the only one that hears like the Sam Riegel in his voice? I really thought that it was Sam Riegel that did Oscar in Berseria. Yeah, maybe everyone. Yeah, everyone is either Sam Riegel or Yuri Lowenthal, unless they're either A, woman, or B, Robbie Damon. That's how I live my life. Trevor? Hope it's not the Trevor from GTA 5. That won't do well for my monetization.
What's wrong?
Yo, what's up? The members of each division have their own responsibilities, but mine is primarily guard duty. Lately, there have been reports of dangerous indigents appearing near the entrances to the city. That's why we've sealed the gates and taken a defensive posture. We've tightened our guard to the extent that there's absolutely no chance of an indigent infiltrating the city. But now I hear that Elma and some new guy already slaughtered the Grex pack that prowled outside the West Gate. Yeah, that's me. That's me. So I guess we all ought to thank Team Elma for their successful counteroffensive. Yep, that was me. There's a dude over here named Wolf. Is this Wolfen or Lone Wolf? There's no way to tell. Sup, dude? Any fool who's dumb enough to face his foe head-on won't live to make the same mistake twice. You must constantly move to stay in your opponent's blind spots. Attack your foe from the back, attack it from on high or below, anywhere but head-on. Attacking from any of those positions will improve your accuracy and your odds of landing a crit. Do you understand? Do you not understand? Either way, repeat what I just said 1,000 times until it penetrates that thick skull of yours. It could be either of them. It could be either of my mods. That's how both of them talk to me.
All right. I feel like a new
Blade
man.
Barracks. Voice actor also does Takumi, Niles, and Lucius in
Here we
Fire
are,
Emblem
The
Heroes.
Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Thank you. I don't play mobile games, so unless it's a character from like Fire Emblem Awakening or Fire Emblem Three Houses, I wouldn't know him. Frown and say nothing. I like to think I'm a somewhat friendly guy. I'll ask about registration because I want to know things. Takumi was from Fates. I played that once a long time ago. I barely remember it. I remember Awakening, like, somewhat, and I remember Three Houses very well.
I think I can answer that one. So, you must be the latest rescue.
Eh?
Secretary Nagi.
Miss Koo. Chipper as always, I see.
I recognize you, too.
Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Are you a Kingdom Hearts character?
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
Nagi sounds really familiar. are too many voices that I barely recognize in this game. Ooh, nice table. We play pool on this thing? Let me hear Nagi more.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
It's like a...
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
It's gotta be like either a Kingdom Hearts character or a Naruto character.
Where should we begin?
Chat, tell me who Nagi's voice actor is. I think it's someone from either Kingdom Hearts or Naruto, maybe. It's one or the other, I think. Or maybe both, even. Or maybe I'm horribly wrong. Dude, I love picking out voice actors in games. It's so much fun. John DeMita? Alright, so like when I ask for you to tell me the voice actor, I do appreciate knowing his actual name, but what I'm really asking is a character he voices that I might recognize. He voices Hiyashi Hyuga from Naruto. Okay. He did sound like he would voice someone in Naruto from back in the day. Voiced by the Lord himself? I don't know who you're talking about. Ask how we ended up on Mira. Ask for more information about Blade. Ask about registration. Is that really the only place I know his voice from is Hiyashi from Naruto? Hiyashi doesn't even show up that much in Naruto. They did show up a lot in the pre-time skip, which is when I mostly watch Naruto dub. He voices Beerus in Dragon Ball Super. Okay, yeah, I watched Dragon Ball. I didn't watch much of Dragon Ball Super, but, like, I've seen Beerus in games and stuff, so if he voiced him in the games and the movies, then I would have recognized it from that, probably. Bang / Silverfang and One Punch Man. I watched that subbed, so. How did we end up on Mira, buddy?
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
Mira looks cooler anyway.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.